Across Southeast Asia, folklore abounds with tales of spirits, demons, and supernatural beings that serve as cautionary stories or reflections of cultural beliefs. Among the most chilling is the legend of the Krasue, a ghostly figure of a woman whose disembodied head floats through the night with her internal organs dangling beneath her. The Krasue is feared across Thailand, Cambodia, Laos, and Malaysia, and her legend has endured for centuries, adapting with each retelling while retaining her horrifying core image. To many, the Krasue is not just a ghost story, it is a representation of societal fears, morality, and the supernatural forces believed to lurk beyond the human world. Hey guys, I'm Blas, and today we are going over an urban legend that just recently piqued my interest. So Dead by Daylight, a game that this channel is known for and what I like to talk about, is introducing a new original killer that they've been teasing for a while, but we finally got a big teaser today as of September 2nd. And the PTB comes out tomorrow, September 3rd, which is hopefully when this video will be released. And I kind of want to get that window where I'm able to explain to people what the Krasue is and also lean into the Dead by Daylight, their new killer. And I'm just really excited to get into it. I'm excited to see what Dead by Daylight does with its power and how it's going to look like. Well, we kind of already know how it looks, but, you know, just to see it in game, especially the Mori. I always love the Moris. But, anyway, to continue, my name is Blas. I do videos about supernatural stuff, Dead by Daylight, sometimes just basically creepy stuff I want to talk about, or just stuff I want to talk about in general. So if you're going to subscribe, bear with me. So anyway, without further ado, let's get back into learning about the Krasue. The Krasue's origins are difficult to pinpoint because the legend is so widespread across multiple cultures. In Thailand, she is most often called the Krasue, while in Cambodia, she's known as the Op, in Laos as Kasu, and in Malaysia as the Penanggalan. Scholars believe the figure may have originated in India before traveling through Buddhist and animist traditions across Southeast Asia. The name Krasue comes from the Thai word Ra Suya, meaning to float or to glide, which often describes her nightmarish way of drifting through the air. Oral tradition has kept the legend alive for centuries, evolving with each culture's own values and fears. The Krasue is most commonly described as the floating head of a woman, with her organs such as her heart, lungs, stomach, and intestines trailing beneath her neck. At night, she emerges from her human host's body, glowing faintly, and glides through the village in search of food. Her appetite is said to be insatiable and gruesome. She feeds on blood, flesh, and entrails, often preying on livestock like chickens or water buffalo. In some stories, she specifically hunts pregnant women and devours their unborn children, making her a terrifying figure associated with maternal vulnerability. She is also said to feast on filth and carrion, symbolizing her corruption and separation from normal society. By day, the Krasue disguises herself as an ordinary woman. Only at night does her monstrous nature reveal itself, forcing her to return before sunrise to reattach her head and organs to her hidden body. Different cultures explain the Krasue's existence in different ways, but most involve themes of punishment or karmic retribution. Number 1. Karmic punishment. In Thai Buddhist tradition, women who commit grave sins, such as adultery, cruelty, or abuse of spiritual power, may be cursed to become a Krasue after death. This connects the figure to Buddhist notions of karma and the idea that sins carry supernatural consequences. Number 2 is witchcraft gone wrong. In some versions, a woman practicing black magic performs a ritual that backfires, causing her head and organs to separate from her body each night. And number 3, it's an inherited curse. Others suggest that the Krasue curse is hereditary, passed down through generations of women. Those born into this fate cannot escape their destiny, reflecting cultural fears about family shame and inescapable sin. The Krasue is more than just a monster story. It reflects deeper societal anxieties and traditions. Female transgression. The Krasue is almost always female, and her monstrous form is often interpreted as a metaphor for women who defy traditional roles. Her grotesque appetite and predatory behavior represent a corruption of the nurturing feminine archetype. Pregnancy and childbirth. Because the Krasue is said to target pregnant women, her legend reinforces fears surrounding childbirth, which was historically dangerous and surrounded by taboos. midwives and families often invoked rituals to ward off Krasue attacks. The Outsider. The Krasue lives on the edge of society, feeding at night and hiding by day. She represents the danger of those who cannot or will not conform to communal norms. Villagers across Southeast Asia developed various methods to ward off or kill the Krasue. First, thorns and spiky plants. Placing thorny branches around doors or windows prevents the Krasue from entering homes, as her dangling organs can become entangled. Dogs. Krasue are said to fear barking dogs, which can expose them while they feed at night. Destroying the body. If someone discovers the Krasue's hidden body, burning or destroying it ensures that she cannot reattach before sunrise, leaving her to perish. These methods highlight the belief that the Krasue is both terrifying yet vulnerable, dangerous at night, but dependent on secrecy. Let's talk about the modern interpretations. Today, the Krasue continues to thrive as a cultural figure. In film, Thai and Cambodian horror films often portray her as a central villain, terrifying audiences with special effects that bring her gruesome form to life. In festivals, in some rural areas, villagers dress as the Krasue during festivals or ghost parades, transforming the once feared figure into a symbol of cultural identity. On the internet, with the rise of social media, images and memes of the Krasue circulate widely, turning her into both a source of humor and fear for younger generations. Interestingly, modern portrayals often blend horror with sympathy, depicting the Krasue not just as a predator, but as a tragic figure cursed against her will. I'm very interested to see what Dead by Daylight goes with this and takes this angle of the Krasue. I'm so excited, dude. Just, oh my god. Anyway, let's continue. In conclusion, the legend of the Krasue is one of Southeast Asia's most chilling examples of how folklore intertwines with culture, religion, and societal fears. She embodies themes of sin, punishment, and the fragility of human life, while also reflecting gendered anxieties about women's roles and the dangers of childbirth. Though her form, floating head and trailing entrails, remains terrifying, her story has evolved over centuries, shifting from a purely horrific figure into one that also carries tragic and symbolic weight. The Krasue survives today because she represents both the horror of the supernatural and the cultural values of the communities that tell her story. She is a monster that floats not only through the night, but also through the imagination of Southeast Asia, a haunting reminder of how folklore continues to shape collective fears and beliefs. So that was it for the scripted part of this video, the video essay type part. Next, I sort of want to briefly talk about how the Krasue is going to work as a killer in Dead by Daylight. Now, how she's going to work, I don't know. I honestly don't know. But I want to say she's going to be something like a curse type character. Maybe she could switch back and forth between her human form and her Krasue form. Maybe she can blend in with the survivors, and similar to like how we thought Legion was going to work, or maybe even like The Thing, how people have been wanting. So I'm very interested to see how it works. I really hope it's like a switch back and forth, maybe kind of like, maybe her human form can be like a stealth mechanic, while her Krasue form is her mechanic where she can attack, like switching between the two different forms, then plus applying maybe a curse effect. I don't know what to expect, but I'm really interested to see her gameplay and the cosmetics. I have no idea who the survivor is going to be, but honestly, I think the killer is going to steal the show, despite all the terrible killer changes happening in the game. Unfortunate, but I'm still excited. So that's where I'm going to call the video there. I don't want to overdo it. So if you liked the video, please leave a like, leave a comment, please tell me what you think about the Krasue, what you think about the killer being in Dead by Daylight, because by the time this video releases, she'll probably already be out on the PTB, so tell me what you think about her. I already said a comment. Subscribe if you want to see more from me, more videos like this. And I think that's about it. I don't want to keep you guys long, so I'll see you guys in the next one. I hope you guys have a good day or night, and I'll see you later. Yep. Bye-bye.